Hello. My name is Callista, and welcome back to the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. In the last episode, we moved on to Act 5 after a very frustrating end to Act 4 and a terrifying dream with Mariana. Cthulhu is involved. She's sending people to Cthulhu. Apparently she has no memory of this. After making us say that we loved her, I just want to leave Mariana alone for a little while now. We're starting off with Bryce. Alrighty then. Hello.
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. But I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
Oh, everything's falling apart for Bryce. Okay. You tried to sleep through the midnight hour. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, he went to sleep, the midnight hour started, and he slept for a full 8 hours, but because he wasn't up and doing anything, everything remained frozen for those 8 hours. So he can't just sleep through it, he has to do stuff. Ooh.
That's too confusing. I think you're asking too many things at once.
Okay. Where do you want me to go?
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. But I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
Okay. Midnight hour. Also, just listen to the music. This has to be the final act. It has to be. We're getting these really creepy, musical overtones. I love it.
I've tried to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing. I spied on you, Doctor. You have a strangeness, don't you?
Bryce, goddammit, I'm dealing with all of this shit with Mariana and you're just spying. Oh, God. Okay, also, before I forget, doomed.
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me.
What did you do with Dr. Dekker? A strangeness.
You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker.
Oh, no.
I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker?
Oh, we can... Yeah, I'm Dr. Dekker. No, I'm not Dr. Dekker. The house is a perk. Also, I will admit I find that interesting. One, I'm not too thrilled about, we're living in the house with the murder basement. That's dodgy. The line about you kept things almost entirely the same. I find that interesting.
I thought it might be a perk. I'm sorry I spied on you. I was just getting worried that you weren't who you said you were. Just some mannerisms, strangeness. It's good you've adopted his dog, though. I'm not sure many people would have done.
We adopted his dog? Yeah, I'm happy owning a dog. I love dogs. Dogs are cute. Okay. We might live in a house with a murder basement, but at least we have a cute little dog. Oh, I'm happy with that.
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me.
Okay, taunting you, how so?
It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it. I don't know why you're asking me that.
Buddy, you said that it brought you here.
It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
Maybe did you kill Dr. Dekker?
I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
I like the fact that the game remembered that the psychiatrist said, "Oh, I'd rather be cremated." That was a nice touch there. Good job, game. Oh, this is so interesting and terrifying, because here's the thing, Dekker might not be dead. If no one can find where the body is, and bearing in mind I think Dekker probably had psychokinetic powers, there's probably a very good chance that he ain't dead.
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
Okay, let's... Moved his body.
If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again?
To scare the shit out of you? Maybe you are kind of creepy. Maybe they thought, maybe it was Jessica. Jessica's revenge. She knows. And she was like, right, I'm going to scare the shit out of him by moving a corpse and then locking up. Oh, I don't think that's what happened, but I find the idea very funny. Ooh. Maybe Dekker is back from the dead. Maybe Dekker teleported. How is Jessica? Are you still stealing things? Do you know anything about the missing prescription pad? This is what I think.
Perhaps. It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't dead, just sleeping.
Maybe he teleported.
It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
No, it's not Dekker. You're having delusions of grandeur. It's not the military. It's not death. Actually, you know what? No, the thing is not Dekker. I want to be specific with these.
And so it is. You worried me then, Doctor. I thought you were starting to believe in the unbelievable too.
Bryce, you scare me sometimes. How is Jessica? My hope is that he'll say, I don't know, because I moved away from her. He won't, though. He won't.
I waved back at Jessica yesterday, and she smiled. It was bigger than normal. I think we may have made a connection, Doctor. The photos I have of her, I think I'm going to destroy them. They're my problem, not hers.
Good. You should destroy them, but then you should leave her alone, because she does not deserve any of this. I know that in American law, if a psychiatrist or a therapist is concerned for the safety of another person, then they are allowed to break, doctor-patient confidentiality to send the potential victim a letter basically saying, I am insert person's name here's doctor. They have expressed some highly concerning things to me during our therapy sessions. Please be wary of them. In American law, you are allowed to do that. I don't know if there is any similar thing in British law, though. I wish there was, because I would be sending a letter to Jessica, in a heartbeat. As soon as Bryce exited the room, I'd be on my computer Dear Jessica, please move. Get a restraining order. Do something. This man is not... He's dangerous. He is not safe for you. Didn't he say Jessica was a single mother? He's not safe for you or your child to be around. Move. Move far away. Are you still stealing things?
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it.
Okay, that's good. He returned the painting. He's gonna destroy the photos. That doesn't make him a decent person. He's still the ultimate scumbag, but he does seem to be getting better, which is a good sign. And do you know anything about the missing prescription pad?
I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
Fair. Now then, Claire. Hello.
I'm fine. I killed David. Again. Like you told me to.
Okay.
With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head. When I picked it up, it was smiling. Probably a muscle spasm.
Is it bad that my first thought is, you could have just used poison? You could have given him something to eat that was poison and that would have done it. Why did you go for an axe? What? Claire, what is it with you and these violent acts? Jesus. Oh my God. Yes. Have you seen Anushka again? Is she all right?
Anushka's fine, I would imagine. Her father came over to talk about the missing cat. It would have been an easier conversation had I not been splattered in blood and sweating like a milkmaid.
Oh dear. I hope you had a good reason for that, otherwise he's probably gonna phone the police again. Anushka, no, that's... how do you spell Anushka? Oh, it's right there, okay, Anushka's father.
It seemed like he wanted to give me a piece of his mind, but when he saw the state I was in, he fled. There were no police that turned up. I suspect I've got away with it, at least this second time. Now all that's left is for you to write up my diagnosis.
Okay.
That I'm not sound of mind. That I wasn't sound of mind when I killed David. It's up to you whether you want to mention any of our other conversations. I'm happy either way.
Okay. What else can you tell me about Dekker?
Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met.
Indeed, I do remember that.
Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
Oh. Reanimate him.
He called me on Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
Oh! Oh, I need a minute to process this. Okay. Here's my... Could Claire have reanimated Dekker in the shed? In Bryce's... Claire doesn't seem like the type to go to a tool shed, pick the lock, reanimate a guy, and then back out. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Do you know anything about the prescription pad?
I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing it? I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing it? It's true. I didn't see the prescription pad. He gave me that prescription for the sleeping tablets just as I was leaving one day. He said it was worth trying them, but I wasn't sold.
That is... I don't know about that. I'm really not too sure. Ooh. Something about that. It kind of... I don't trust that. I don't trust it. Then again, we don't know where Dekker kept his prescription pad. It could have been a drawer. Excuse me, it could have been in a drawer. It could have been on his desk. I don't... What is that? What is that? Did she have a machete in her hand? What the... Oh, hell no. She's turned up to the session with a machete. Oh, god damn it, Claire. That's definitely a machete. Oh, god. Oh, no. I don't like this. There's something else. It's probably nothing. But she's saying that, like, oh, I forgot to turn up. But I remember, like, ages ago when we were going on about the paper spike. She had this really weird line about how, like, oh, I bet the paper spike would have looked so menacing in the moonlight. And then we outright said the moonlight. What do you mean by that? And she was like, oh, I meant in the daylight, of course. It was a slip of the tongue. No, that didn't sit right with me either. I don't know about Claire. Alrighty then, Elin. Oh, that's a cute dress. That's a really cute dress. Okay. Hello.
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Elin! Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. Okay.
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Okay. Negative.
I'm a happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
Wasn't Max the guy she went on a date with?
I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before?
Yes. I get Max, you went on a date with Max, maybe?
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure how old Elin is. She's clearly a grown-ass woman. If she wants to date a 77-year-old, you do you. Okay, let's see where this goes first before checking the drop-downs.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
I find that a little bit shady on Max's part. I find it kind of sad. Again, I've said this in the past. I think Elin has been constantly looked over because she's not special. And so she's like, oh, this power, it makes me special. But it doesn't really make Elin special. I guess, how do I explain this? Elin is still just as invisible as she was before. People aren't paying attention to her when she shifts. They're paying attention to the person she is pretending to be. Max doesn't necessarily have any interest in Elin beyond her ability to look like an ex-girlfriend of his. And I find that incredibly sad.
Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it?
No, I don't necessarily find it sweet. Again, this has nothing to do with the age gap. It's just the fact that he's kind of using her because he can't be with the real Eleanor. That's...
Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me, but he said he just wanted to have one more date with her and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
I just feel really sad for Elin here. It's like she's being used and she doesn't know it. And hey, maybe Max will never contact her again. Maybe Max will be genuine when he says, I just wanted one last date with Eleanor and then I'm out, I'm gonna go live my life. But what a way to spend your Valentines, pretending to be someone else. Do you know anything about the prescription pad?
What about the prescription pad?
Why did you say it like that? The prescription pad has been stolen.
Yes, I took it. I had to.
Oh, okay, you took it.
What about the prescription pad?
I don't know why that is saying there is still more to that one, but okay.
Yes, I took it. I had to.
Why? And then let's spell this correctly. Had to.
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
That's interesting, considering how defensive Elin got with us. And we haven't really done anything dodgy to Elin. Elin, she outright said, I think it was in Act 4, that, on some level she hated Dekker for how he treated his mum. Ooh.
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you?
Pardon? Oh God. This is where it all starts to go to pot. Oh God. We're quiet because we are slowly going insane, and our fingerprints are on the bottle. Oh God. Are on the bottle.
No, that's not the right question.
Okay, well, what is the right question?
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't know him, did you?
Okay. Is that a... No, I didn't know Dekker.
Then why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. Oh, the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, who hasn't it touched? I'm so worried.
And there we have the name drop. Speaking of worried...
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Oh. It sounds like Jaya might think I'm going insane. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Okay, so this is a multiple choice thing. You know what? I'm just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we continue on with Jaya, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.